ascertainer. Sibilance. Sibilance.
Syphilis? What?
Oh, sibilance. That's what Tom Hanks said. What was that called? I think it was a Saturday Night Live episode when he was on Wayne's World, and he was the roadie buddy for Aerosmith, and that's how we got That's how Wayne's World got Aerosmith to go to their basement and participate in the show. It was Tom Hanks was their buddy that became the guy that would manage the scarves, and he made sure that they had, I think, Avion water, whatever. That was when that was the only other bottled water than Perrier. And he said, check one, sibilance, check. I thought that was so goddamn funny. Anyway, hi, we're the Ascertainers. We're not that funny, so buckle up. Maybe we'll prove ourselves wrong. Maybe we're hilarious. But I'm Jim. I am the master. Well, wait. Mark is the mastermind. Look at Mark. I was like, what? That's Mark. Say hi, Mark.
Hello, everyone.
Are you the mastermind?
Yes.
Nailed it.
Don't you forget it.
Yes, Mark is my old neighbor. We used to live next to each other for about 20 years, and he moved away because of something I said. Kind of sensitive.
And did.
You can't prove that. But anyway, we're still pretty good friends, and Mark said, hey, we should try to do a podcast. So that's what you're hearing here. It's interesting that I was asked to listen to our first episode recently to kind of try to rekindle that early buzz and feeling. And we live in Minnesota, and when the first episode that we did happened on... did we record it right before that storm, or did we record it the day after when it was just like...
I think it was the day after, because I was out driving in that storm. So
yeah, we got like at least a foot of snow on April Fool's Day.
Yes. So
for all the people, I know everyone's struggling with hot weather and everything. That's something that I could talk about that without it being political. But in April 1st, we had a foot of snow in Minnesota. So that's not very hot, is it, Mark?
No, that was...
No, what I did. It's been a heat wave. It's crazy. It's hot. It's also summer. I said, well, geez, how significant is this weather? And I looked back at the records for like how hot was it? You know, what's the record high for this day? Record low for this day? You know, whether it's winter or summer, that,
right,
one becomes more significant. Yeah, turns out there was hot weather before 100 years ago. Like 1936 sounded like a real fucking hot summer in Minnesota.
You know, it's funny, though. I remember growing up watching the news, and every summer they would have, I don't know, what are they?
Man on the street?
Yeah, well, they would go to Chicago, and they would have a story about how many people were dying from the heat then in New York. And that was in the 70s. I mean, it happens every summer. It gets hot.
It gets hot, and people that don't have a place to go get shelter sometimes die. I heard a thing. It sounds really cold what I just said there. But I heard a thing that it's like, let's see, X amount of people died. Half of those people, it was also drug-related. And it's like, so heat-related, is that like COVID-related? Where it's like, oh, this guy had a heart attack, and oh, by the way, he had whatever. I'm not saying hot weather doesn't kill people and shit, but I'm just saying it gets hot in the summer, it gets cold in the winter. Follow the Ascertainers year-round. We'll let you know what's what in Minnesota weather. Right now, hot as balls. Super fucking hot. Yeah, you know what'll happen in October, November? Start getting cold.
Yeah. And
then it's way too cold for like 5 months. And then it'll be July again. It'll be too fucking hot.
Thank you, Paul Douglas.
Ooh. Who's your favorite weatherman in the Twin Cities?
I really don't have one.
Career to date, who's the best guy?
Barry Savan, the weatherman.
Barry Zivan?
Is that what it was?
I think it was, yeah. He was legendary. Didn't he do commercials and shit?
Yeah.
And, yeah. He was good. I
don't think he was a meteorologist. He was more of an entertainer.
That's true. Actually, I think you're right. We had Paul Douglas, who has national acclaim for some other kind of weather predicting things that he does. He's actually a I'm a huge Paul Douglas fan.
He's developed a double Doppler radar or something.
Something like that. Doppler.
Doppler. That's a triple.
Gun. Sorry. Any Strange Brew or Bob and Doug McKenzie fans, when he goes Doppler, and he goes, the other guy goes, gun. That was a gun. It's so good. It's so inane. Is that a word?
It is.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds like it applies to that. It doesn't sound very inane. I'll say that. So it must be inane. So anyway, before that, Weatherman, we grew up. Bud Kraling was a big guy in Minnesota. Yeah. Like what Bud said went. And then there was Dr. Walt Lyons. He was on Channel 4. I don't know
if I remember.
Oh, he was a curly-haired guy, but because he was a probably fucking PhD or something, it's Dr. Walt. Oh, Dr. Walt, my chest hurts. I can't really help you with that. Maybe it's because of the cool front that's coming in. I don't like when people call themselves doctors when they can't save your life. There's a certain first lady that calls herself Dr. Jill Biden, and she teaches fucking English, I guess, at a community college. No way she does that. But anyway, we're not going to be political.
But if
you
get your doctorate, you should be recognized.
If Melania, if you get your, you know what's a doctorate? Will fucking Smith has a doctorate. You know what I mean? He gave a graduation speech, and they give you an honorary doctorate.
That doesn't count. An honorary one doesn't count.
Right now. If Melania Trump had a doctorate, I'd make fun of her too. So don't think I'm fucking being like picking sides here.
Well, you're picking on women.
Dr. Jill Biden. Melania Trump is a woman, last I checked.
And Jill Biden is also.
Jill Biden is a woman.
Right.
And she's a doctor.
Right, but you referenced two women. You didn't.
Well, they were first ladies. That's where that was the sample size.
I was just trying to, force you into a corner, paint you into a corner that you.
George the Animal Steel, the ex-professional wrestler, was a fucking doctor. Anyway, I don't know what we're doing here. So this is episode, our second recording. I think this is number 19. Did we say that yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think we've said it, but it is number 19.
As long as we felt it, I think that's fine. Speaking of that, here, I'm going to feel right now. Cough. Turn your head. Cough.
Wow. Okay.
Did you feel? I think it felt like 17 balls, and that's not good. So anyway, when I said, did you? Anyway. Okay.
Wow. Does that have to do with weather?
Are you still good at editing? Because we talked about that. So anyway, because next week I will not be able to record because I have some family coming into town that I'd rather hang out with than Mark. And then the next day we're going to have a big old little shindig in my backyard with some live music and cold beer and taco bar.
It's going to be wonderful. I bet.
I bet for people that can eat meat, it's going to be great. But we have 3 meat options for those tacos, Mark. Sorry about that.
Well, you had a friend over earlier.
Uh-huh.
And you said, well, what's the time? You said 6 to 10. I'm thinking, there's no way people are going to be gone by 10 o'clock.
I know, but you got to say,
You got to give them an
I don't want people
time.
showing up at 11. I mean, they can, but...
Oh, so people who are here already, once it hits 10, they can stay, but you can't show up later.
Mark, how many times... many times, back when you lived in the neighborhood, how many times were we racing each other out the door so we wouldn't be the last guy? I can think of many, many occasions.
Yes, we were kicked out, actually, of many, many occasions.
That's my point.
They're yawning, sleeping on the couch, and we're just, you and I are talking.
It's like woo! Woo! This cheese ain't melting fast enough, man. So, yes, I will not kick anybody out, but the birthday girl will be long gone by 10 o'clock. She's not a late person, and we have to do some wedding crap the next day for one of my sons who's getting married, and he doesn't live here. He lives in New York City, but they're getting married in in Wisconsin. So
And they're coming back for the party, so
That's the plan.
It'd be nice.
That's the plan. It'll be good to see them. Audie A and Audie M. I got another kid who's been engaged for quite some time, and I guess I kind of already consider her a daughter-in-law. Audie S and another Audie A. Was not very creative. I think she bought the baby name book, just the letter A. Or was real tired and didn't get past the A. But anyway, good kids. Can't wait to see them. So well, the reason that we're recording two tonight is because of that. Because of that, we can't really have errors and omissions because we haven't heard the last broadcast yet. This will be like a freestanding episode.
And I'd like to bring up that between it, Jim did cook a nice pizza, a sauerkraut, cheese pizza.
Mark don't eat meat. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I think
we did. We covered that.
Nice bumper sticker. But because of that, so I'm kind of a pizza crust guy, and because Mark doesn't like meat, I thought, well, if we wanted to have a snack. Oh, also because I left a perfectly good Pizza Elote pizza in the back of my car for about 5 hours on a 90-degree day. I thought, that's not going to be good. So I cooked this up afresh, guy, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, sauerkraut, cheese, it's awesome.
Yeah, if it only had meat, it'd be really good. But anyway, I do have an errors and omissions from 2 episodes ago when the Scorpions came on. And I said, their original lead guitar player, was Uli. And then I swear to God, I said, and then he's got a really long last name. And I think anytime you hear Ascertainer Jim say it's a really long anything, bet against it. Bet the under. Because this guy's name is...
Phrasing.
Uli. Yeah. So basically bet the balls. Anyway. Uli Jon Roth. That is 7 letters, and it's 2 additional names. That's as short of combination as you can get. So my apologies. Uli Jon Roth, really good guitarist. Maybe too good because it was so whatever. It was like real kind of math rock-ish. But anyway.
Are they still together and performing?
The Scorps? They actually are, yeah.
Wow.
Well, hey man, the people will pay it. It's nostalgia. Right. And that guy's voice, I think, has not deteriorated like a lot of people's of that age's voices have deteriorated. That's really bad. Hey, I wanted to bring up something.
Okay, go ahead.
You want to hear? I heard something that's pretty fucking funny. I heard Joe Walsh talking about AI. Joe Walsh.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that, a snippet of that also. If it's not going to affect me or it can't write songs or do something, who cares?
He goes, you ever seen AI trash a hotel room?
Right, yeah, that was it.
I thought that
Throw a TV out the window?
Yeah, that was so Joe Walsh. I mean, seriously, back in the day, it was probably, how are these guys even alive? Some of them.
Oh, I know
like
it.
Keith Richards, Mick Jagger turned 80 this week.
I know it.
It's insane.
And he's still limber.
Well, it's not like he just sits around and eats Cheetos all day.
No, he's
like me. But still, it's like.
But he abused himself so much when he was younger, even though he's more into fitness and eating healthy.
Do you think, nailing younger girls is abusing yourself? Or did you drink a lot? Or
well, again, phrasing. You don't have to abuse yourself.
My heart's getting kind of weird. Maybe my doctor's going to go, I'm going to prescribe a fucking 23-year-old and 2 a day. And no, I don't think that'll happen. Can we edit this part out?
No, you told me not to edit anymore, so I'm leaving everything in.
Shit, fuck. Anyway, Sinead O'Connor died this week. First Tony Bennett, now Sinead O'Connor. When will it end?
They haven't come out with anything.
Like how she died?
Yeah. She was...
All I know is that she had some pretty choice things to say about a local legend, Prince, Rogers Nelson, and apparently, who, by the way...
wrote,
gave her the song,
right?
Nothing Compares to You, and then I didn't get all the details, but I thought it was like interesting how, whatever. I mean,
Did she say something derogatory about Prince?
she said he attacked her, and but the story was, I heard two versions. One was like he attacked her on the side of a road or something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't see Prince as the attacking type.
No.
But you know what? Hey, everyone's got to be held accountable for their shit, and that just sounded kind of weird. So I hope that, I mean, God rest her soul there, Miss O'Connor, and God rest Mr. Prince. But
what was that?
It's kind of like, it takes a lot of the dignity away. If you carried that all the way through, and then your publicist says that after you're dead, that's kind of fucked up, don't you think?
Yes. What's the song Mandika? Is that she did? Oh, it's pretty good. I didn't like the one that Prince wrote. Just not my style of a ballad. Are you okay over there?
I'm not okay. Do you know that? So when you do the red pepper flakes on the pizza, you got two things. You got the seed, and then you got the husk or whatever. And I got about a sleeping bag size piece of husk between my back two molars, and I'm trying to pick it out. It should be very easy. So that's what you got to look at. So Ascertainer listeners, be glad this isn't a video podcast right now, because it is, my whole hand is in my mouth trying to dislodge this husk of pepper crust.
Yeah, I mean, his whole mouth was open, and he's digging it. He's doing it again.
I'm going in. Now that I feel like I've like bared my soul. I might as well at least, get something out of it. But I also see Mark's working on his phone. Mark has a brand new phone. Why don't you tell us what happened to your phone, Mark?
Oh, when I was up at the lake, we mentioned this last podcast. Took my boys up there and some of their friends. It just went into safe mode, and you can't do anything in safe mode. And they lost all my photos, and don't get me started. I was so angry. I spent more time in the cell company, T-Mobile.
Cell company?
Whatever they are.
Up there?
No, here.
Okay.
When I came back, I went right there, and I spent hours there, and they're going, oh, we've never seen this before. Oh, we don't know what to do. Oh, what the...
So how'd you handle that? It sounds like you were probably pretty agreeable to...
I know I was pretty angry. And then when they go, oh, we're just going to give you a new phone, but you're going to have to give us $5 to swap the warranty. What the hell does that mean? So I had to pay him $5.37 to swap the warranty for my new phone.
Which part was the hardest, the 5 or the 37?
Just the idea of it. Just the company can't just wash that away. They have to do the warranty transfer price.
Let's go pay 15-year-old Mark a visit.
Mark, maybe
Mark,
this was my...
Mark, here's the deal. You're going to be able to walk around with a thing that can take pictures, take video, send messages to people, not letters, but, you can communicate with people via text or, actual live video. You can look shit up. It's like a whole encyclopedia. Not the version at your house that was like 45 years old. The real, like, modern shit. And once in a while, you got to pay $5. Would your head explode, or what would happen there?
No, that's not the point. The point is I'm paying the service for fixing my phone. So I'm paying to get a free phone.
So is your biggest rub that you lost all your shit, or that you had to pay $5?
Well, the $5 after they lost my stuff.
This is gold. You were making it sound like you were a victim before, and now you're sounding like you're really a victim.
I am a victim.
All right. Well, keep talking. I'm going to drink this beer over here.
No, you got me worked up like...
They charged me money for this beer, and what I do? Just drink it. You know what I do after that? I go get more, and they charge me more money.
You know what I'm going to do? I am just going to sing Ram Jam over and over again.
What am I missing with Ram Jam?
You get worked up about it. You get angry.
That's fine, but
Well, and you're picking on me, so I want to.
Why am I the only one? That's my question. Why do people allow? Is it because it's
See?
Now here's the thing. I'm gonna sound bad because is this gonna sound like I'm a guy who is race issues? But is it because they played at hockey games that they think they can get away with it because there's not a lot of, most hockey fans are Caucasian or what? That's fucked up. That's the only place I hear that song. But there's like.
But you don't know what they're referencing in the song.
Old Black Betty, Bam-a-lam. Black Betty had a child, Bam-a-lam. I think it's about a person named Betty. And unless it's like the phone book, where maybe it's, I bet that's what it is.
It's her last name, Betty Black.
Yeah, they're doing the thing with the comma. I'm sorry, Jamran. See what I did there?
No.
No, that was a reach. Anyway, all right. Well, we got where are we? What's with the thing at the thing?
About halfway.
Oh God, bless America. All right. Well,
we haven't even got to our picks yet.
Oh, we should get to those totally. Oh yeah, this will be good. So this is a music podcast. We talk about music. We can't get enough of it. Sometimes we don't have enough time at the end of the podcast after all the shit we talk about music. But today is a new day. And since it's the second episode in a night that we're recording, we get to add 3 bands to our originals. So, Mark, why don't you give us your first 3? I'll give my first 3, and then we'll alternate for the other ones.
My first 3, now I can't remember what we got.
Seriously?
Humble Pie.
Yep.
Head East.
Yep.
Leo Sayer was my first one, but I got the buzzer like on Family Feud.
Well, I'm saying,
I went with U2.
U2. Oh my God. Leo Sayer, U2.
Well, I thought
that's a real tight race there. That's what it's going to play on a modern radio station. Okay, were Redbone, the Byrds, and Blackfoot.
Which were a reference to something that...
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick listen to see, before we unveil the new ones.
Sometimes he looks at me while he puts the headphones on and he goes,
Yeah, I know.
You got to help me with this. Who's this?
Kiss.
And I'm thinking...
It's Kiss. So that's good. So we can name our, because what if one of us nabbed it on the first 3?
I see what you said. So this is a new game afterwards with our next 3.
Yeah, but the first 3 stay on.
Okay.
All right. I'll do, do you want to do your first one or do you want me to? Did you write them down?
Yeah, I got him here.
Why don't you go? You're my guest. Why don't you? This is takes place at my house. It's my podcast. Oh, Mark hates it when people... No, you're at my house, right? Or do you live here now?
I don't live here, but when we're in this area...
It's us?
It's me.
Okay. Well, then no one goes first.
Oh.
How about the guy with the fucking pinkish shirt goes first?
Salmon.
Okay, the salmon...
just one at a time?
Salmon or salmon est? I think in this case it's salmon because there's not 3 to compare it to. But go ahead, salmoner.
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And why you picked him, because that was your thing. You want to...
I'll go with sweet. I should say, sweet.
Oh, shit. Good.
Did I steal one?
No. I got a backstory on the fucking Blue Swede here in a sec.
Now, did we find out if it's Swede or Swede?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you want? You want to talk about that now, or do you want to go back and forth on bands?
Let's do it while it's fresh in your mind.
Okay, so the deal is this. You have to do one or more of your bands while I look this up, because it is unmistakable. It should be unmistakable when I read this to you, so if you could help me out instead of just looking great over there.
Okay.
You're not talking. See,
you were still talking. I don't want to talk over you. But anyways, my other one is Queensryche, but Silent Lucidity is the only thing you ever hear, and it's so different than their other...
Jet City Woman? That's their best song.
Yeah, but you don't hear that one as often as Silent Lucidity.
It's like a 93X band.
Yes.
Kind of, sort of. Okay.
But they're coming to KQ now because we're getting older.
Okay. I'm going to talk to you about Blue Swede.
Okay. Well, you told me to talk, and now you're telling me to shut up.
No, I'm.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
got it up. It's phrasing. It's about halfway up, like huge. Anyway, according to Wikipedia,
Oh,
totally
kind of
trusted
trust.
source,
Yeah.
Blue Swede were a Swedish rock band. So right away, what, you think it's Blue Swede or Blue Swede?
Keep going.
I'm going to start naming members' names. It says fronted by. I'm not sure they're actually originally from Sweden, but let me run some names by, and you can tell me. Maybe the ascertainers, listeners, can help us. It was fronted by Bjorn Skitz, and then there was also Anders Berglund. It's Bjorn Skiffs. I'm sorry. Basse Lilladal, Heike Estubi. He was a saxophone player. Fuck, they had a saxophone. The saxophone player right now is probably just playing at the bus station for quarters. But every band had a saxophone solo in every song in the 70s and 80s. Then Michael Arkalu, Jamie Bartoon, Tommy Berglund. So I think it's Blue Swede. Because they're from Sweden and they have some pretty effing Swedish names.
Yes, but maybe there was something lost in translation when they came over here and made it famous. And then Casey Kasem said, oh, and here's a new band, Blue Swede.
All right. Bjorn Nils Olaf Skiffs is still alive. I'm going to get a hold of him.
You should.
And try to get him on the podcast. Get some sound from him.
Maybe it's like Inagata Davida. They slurred it when they said what their name was, and they just went with it.
So it's hard for you to believe that the band who is from Sweden, and they spell the name of the band Swede, wouldn't be called Blue Swede.
I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. But even you...
Here, I got him on the phone right now. I got it. Hello, Bjorn. Bjorn, hi.
Bjorn, he actually knocked his headphones off.
It's the ascertainers.
Pretending he's talking.
Pretend my ass. Bjorn's right here. This is costing me a fortune. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, Bjorn, it's the ascertainers. No. It's Jim. Anyway, he's there. He's whatever. You don't want to. No, he's not. Anyway, is it Blue Swede or Blue Swede? Oh, fucking E. We're saying blue wrong. Okay, all right. Bjorn, have a good one. Don't. What is it? Don't sweat the petty stuff and don't pet the sweaty stuff. I think that's what David Lee Roth would tell you. Love the Ooga Chucka. Thanks. Bye. Seriously, I think I have to hang it.
But you didn't notice till this podcast it was Swede. That's what I'm trying to say.
I didn't.
So you thought it was Swede this whole time because you heard it that way.
I'm just going to make you feel better and say that. He says it's butternut Swede. That's how you say it over there. I didn't want to make either of you feel bad. Oh, shit. Have I ever sneezed on this podcast?
No, not that I know of.
All right, well.
Woo! Bless you.
I think I did one other time, but it was in the middle of winter, in the middle of COVID, and everyone's fine. Everyone's okay.
That was kind of a cough sneeze.
That was, I try to
Okay, you haven't done your picks yet.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So
I did my Queen. I've done two, Sweet and Queensryche.
I got Climax Blues Band.
Okay, good one.
They did, couldn't get it right. Don't Look for the Sun in the Middle of the Night. Couldn't get it right. I think that's it. And then I have Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Jackie Blue. You remember our neighbor who had a graduation party?
Yeah.
I always just go, oh man, I always want to call him Jackie Blue, but I don't think that song is real appropriate I don't think Jackie Blue did so well in that song. So I don't want to like plant a seed like, you know, Jackie Blue died of a fucking overdose or something, and all of a sudden. So anyway, Audie J. Anyhow, so I got one left. You got one left. Who goes first? You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Blues Image.
We covered them before.
Yeah, because you said somebody. Yeah.
Jerry Rafferty.
You thought Jerry is not in Blues Image.
Right, but you picked...
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I think it's still safe, right, to say?
Sure, it's fine.
I only went with, like, super long shots because I want to win and devastate you. So what's your third? You got... First was what?
Sweet. No, I'm sorry. Sweet.
Is it The Sweet or Sweet?
Just Sweet.
Is that Ballroom Blitz?
Yeah.
Okay. And anything else?
Yeah, they had another...
I would assume they have more than one song, but
well,
any that we would have heard of.
Yes. I have it, but I lost my train of thought.
This is a strong entry by Mark.
Oh, Fox on the Run.
Shit. It's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
You screaming, everybody runs. I run and take the night away. Ay. Wow, this is bad. Okay, so that's your... No, what's your third?
Slaughter.
Slaughter?
Which is very
God.
not me.
My wife would fucking leave me. If a guy looked like Slaughter, Mark Slaughter, and had a name that ends in an S, she would leave me. She'd be like, oh, that's probably him. So,
well, I'll tell him not to drop by.
Thanks for fucking breaking up my shit, dude.
Well, I didn't know that. You got to tell me this stuff ahead of time. So
see, this is where it's bad. I know who the band is. There's no need to, like, you know, pomp and circumstance. It's Queen. So that's our dilemma. So maybe, hey, hi, fucking, we have like 20. We think there's about 24 listeners every week, based on, you know, the stats. We get stats on our whatever the hosting site we have. So anyway, and I know we're pretty close to wrapping this up. But what we're trying to do is we're trying not to, like, name, like, you know, the big three every time. So we're trying to figure out how to make this game fresh, or do we maybe we retire the game and just...
No, I actually like the game just to bring up... Me, personally, I like to bring up bands that people haven't heard of in a long time. Or just to get them thinking about...
So maybe
I'm not really into the... I don't care if I win or not. I just want to...
I have a potential, like, alternative. Sorry for what I'm doing with my fingers.
Jazz hands.
So anyway, well, I'm glad that's the cleanest version of what could have been happening with my hands. But maybe we do four every time we do, when we're going to do a single episode, which is, you know, probably most common. We do 4 bands, 2 that are like legacy, and 2 that would be, we just have to monitor this ourselves. 2 that are kind of like
that would win,
fringy. No, 2. The legacies.
The legacy would be.
The legacy would be like you know, Zeppelin and,
or Queen.
Queen, exactly.
Yeah.
But the other 2 would be like you know, the fucking Aztecs or whatever you had the.
Oh yeah.
Best ever. Pablo Cruz and the Aztecs, all of them, whatever bands they were in.
Oh, on my trip up north.
Oh, don't even tell me. Were you listening to the Loon?
No, there was a guy who walked into the place we went to eat with a Pablo Cruz T-shirt on. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Also, one of the best parts about going, to me, in Minnesota, to go up north, by the way, we're already up north, but to go up north means to go a little past central Minnesota. But there's a radio station in the Brainerd area. Fargo fans, Brainerd is where they, Steve Buscemi and the other guy nailed them little young hookers. But anyway, it's great.
Oh, that's right.
He had kind of a weird cack. Funny looking. His thing was a little funny looking. Anyway, there's a radio station called the Power Loon, and it might as, that's basically the same as KQ. They play the best, like, old, but it's the same fucking songs all the time.
Right.
Did you listen to Power Loon or no?
No.
Go back. Do it.
I will.
Do it.
Do it.
We'll wait. Anyway, thanks for listening. I love doing this thing, and hope that. Oh, Jesus, fucking.
Are you leaving already?
No, Newt's. Go to Newt's. Eat at Newt's. Drink at Newt's. Eat popcorn at Newt's. Play pull tabs at Newt's. Go in their air-conditioned environment, and ask for Kayla or McKaylee or Sarah or Nikki or Corey. Newt's. Just in time. Boop, 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 boop. Nailed it. Sorry, Newts. You've been good to us, and we try to reciprocate, so we kind of let you down on this one.
No.
Did we talk about it on the last one?
You mentioned you got the beer, that you went there, and you...
Oh, did I?
You did.
Sweating. I feel like Newts is going to go banging on my window. Hey, mother trucker. Where's the Newts mention? Sorry, Corey, we'll do better.
You know, we were going to bring up... are you still doing a Newt's thing, or...
No.
We got a couple more minutes. Actually, we got probably about 5 more minutes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, then we should talk about Newts. I thought it was like, the gate was down on the train tracks, and we were going to have to make a hard decision here.
I gave you an early signal. So.
As a guy who doesn't eat meat, what's your favorite thing to eat at Newt's? Well, you eat fish. What do you call a lesbian? Oh, pescatarian. What did I say?
Wow.
Oh, my word. I feel terrible.
What was in that pizza that you made?
You'll find out.
Because you're tripping, man. You're tripping. Well, we were going to cover... we'll do it next time.
It reminds me of old school when he takes the dart.
Yeah.
You're funny.
You're crazy. But
That's it. Yeah. Anyway, what do you eat at... what are you called, a pescatarian?
Yeah. So I eat fish and dairy and eggs.
Okay.
But I'm not a vegan.
What's a vegan? What's the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian?
A vegan doesn't eat any live animal.
Oh, anything that's alive. So honey is off for...
Wow, that's a good one. I don't know about the honey.
I've heard that's a controversial one. But a vegetarian is like no meat what the hell soever.
I think a vegetarian doesn't eat fish.
I thought...
I don't know. Someone told me I was a pescatarian. That's the only reason.
We'll study it. But no, I don't know. I mean, I think that, and maybe I'll have to resort to plant-based, lifestyle and stuff. But
I do it for health reasons. No other. I have health issues with red meat, so I just gave up pork and chicken along with it.
How about bacon?
I don't eat
any hooved animal.
No, not like that. But
you can eat tuna bacon, but not like pork.
I just gave it all up, and after 15 years, I don't miss it, so I just don't go back.
That's good. Well, you look good in a swimsuit, and that's important. Although, I'll say this: that I watched your. We were at a funeral today for Mark's brother-in-law. Great guy, great service too.
Yeah, it was.
I don't want to. I probably shouldn't even bring this up, but I was able to watch you and the one sister that I know better than your other sisters. Don't read into that, people. But you guys have the same gait.
Yes.
Why don't you guys get a special on 2 for 4 knees or something?
She just does it to make me feel better.
It makes you feel better.
Well,
is she older or younger?
2 years older.
Oh, well, here's the fucked up part. Oh, she's doing great. You, on the other hand, maybe not as much, but all right. Well, I can tell you that I am looking forward to the new special at Newt's. I think it's going to change any time now. What it used to be was a quesadilla burger, which was yum, and then it became the chicken bacon ranch, which I've had probably, way too many of. It's just it's almost a perfect sandwich. So I'm dying to see what they'd probably like to have a laboratory at Newt's, where they've got like beakers and like little, what do you call those, eyedroppers, or putting the fucking sauces on there.
What do they sound like?
It sounded like I was milking that thing. No, it's the eyedropper.
People can't see you
Oh,
We're doing the
I feel like
pinch your
I
finger.
feel like you know what so when we get our Facebook page, we are gonna put our pictures up, and then we're gonna like open it up to the comments to say which one's Mark and which one's Jim, because as long as Mark's not wearing that
We're right. I was just gonna wear the pink shirt or
hideous
salmon.
colored shirt. I mean, as a pescatarian, I don't even like that shirt. But anyhow, yeah. So we'll do that, and we need to interact with our fan base at some point. Because I'll tell you right now, I watched that the You Betcha guy who does a fine job. He's got like 4 guys, and they do it on camera, and there's things about an hour long, and it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Some of the shit's a little forced, but
Someday we might do a
feud. I'm trying to get a feud going with those guys. Anyway, they do a good job.
we might start filming ours.
They're no ascertainers, but they're trying, and I think it's cute. So anyway, Miles, what's up? Come say hi on the ascertainers@gmail.com. Tell us what you think, and I'm going to send you a link to this here podcast. But we have mad respect for you, and I think it's your brother-in-law, and then the dude in Denver. They're all funny. You guys are all comedy gold, and we're just trying to hold up our end of the internet over here.
So with that, Jim doing another plug for another podcast. We'll have to end this one before he.
Oh, I talked to the Think Drink Disney guys. Lance, he thought it was really cool what we did, and apparently they have a way more stringent like editing process and such. Like we just do one on a Friday and we clean it up, take out a couple of the really, 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 really bad swears, and then we just throw it out on the internet. But he's like, yeah, we'll throw a shout out. He goes, I'll let you know. It's probably going to be a few weeks though. So
Oh, okay.
anyway, we'll see what we do. We just do it. You know why? Because it doesn't take away from us.
Yeah.
Unless people listen to the other guys instead of us, then, fuck you. Don't do that.
Idiots.
Yeah. Just listen to a little bit of us, or, put us on and on silent when you're in like a work meeting or, something like that. Still counts.
If you put us on silent, they're not going to hear it anyways.
The clicks. We don't care about content.
Okay, I understand.
We don't care about integrity or anything like that. We just want to get a goddamn free shit. So anyway, all right, Mark.
It was fun.
I like you. You're my guy.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time. 2 weeks from now.
I almost want to say olive juice.
No.
Oh, that's what you say when you you don't want to say you love someone. You say olive juice. It sounds like I love you. Fucking cut this part.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.